If you use the command line in FreeBSD a lot, and you probably will, if you want to be more productive and more efficient, then here's a little guide on how you can run 2 or more commands on one line and save you a little bit of time. Going to show you how to do it 3 ways in this video. The first way is using a semicolon, and you run commands serially, like command 1, semicolon, command 2. I mean, execute the first command and then execute the second command. There are no conditions as to if it's successful or not. You just execute one. If it fails or succeeds, then execute the second one. The next one is the double ampersand or double and symbols, and it's known as a logical AND operator. So really it's, if you want the next command will only run when the previous one ends successfully. So if the first one doesn't run, the rest of them are not going to do it. The next one we can use is like the double pipe symbol, and it's known as a logical OR operator. So in this instance, the next command will only run when the previous command ends in error. Of course, you can combine the various forms together, like the double ampersand and the double pipe operators together, but that's for another video. In this one, we'll just really give you some simple examples of each one. Right, first up, it's going to be the semicolon. And what we're going to do first is that we're going to make a directory. We're going to make dir. We're going to call it test underscore directory, just for clarification. And once we've done that, we actually change into the directory. And now we can actually just check we're in the same directory. So once that's done, and as you can see, we've done 3 direct steps. We've created the directory, we've changed to the directory, and we've issued a PWD, for the present working directory question, and it's returned with the fact that we're in the new directory. So you can do it that way, and of course, it takes a little time because you're going through each step sequentially. Now we're going to do the same again, but we're going to do it on one line. So we're going to make a directory, make dir test directory, we'll call this 2. Then we're going to put a semicolon, and then we're going to change the test directory 2. So again, we're mirroring what we've just done. We changed directory name, but we're doing the same thing. And semicolon, and then pwd. So again, instead of going down in individual steps, we're going to do it all on one line, which does speed things up. I mean, it naturally speeds things up. And as a little note, it really doesn't matter if you leave a space in between the commands and the semicolon. You can do it for clarity, and that might be preferred, but you don't have to do that. So anyway, we're going to press enter, and there we go. It's all done. It's a lot quicker. Right, let's come out of that directory, and we're going to clear the screen. So before we get on to the next command, I just want to show you what happens if an error occurs using the semicolon. So if we do the make directory again, so make dir test underscore directory 2, I think it was, like that, and semicolon, then change into the directory, and then we'll issue pwd, and it shouldn't matter if there's an error, it will still execute all the commands that we tell it, if I can type right. So pwd. So as you can see, we've already made a directory called test directory 2, and the error message tells us that. Then it goes into change into that directory, and then it does the pwd to show us the present working directory. So even though the first entry makes an error, it still executes the rest of the commands. So it doesn't discriminate whether or not something works or not. It just follows the chain of commands using the semicolon. As an example, for just changing out the directory, using the double ampersand or double and, if we do the same commands again but using them instead of semicolon, so like make directory, you'd be sick of me saying this, test directory 2, and then the double and sign, and then cd test, and then the pwd. What should happen now is it will encounter an error and not go any further. There you are, it stopped. And it's telling us the test directory 2 exists. And then that's it, it's not going to do any more. Whereas the semicolon didn't care, and it went through all the steps, even though we've already done it. This new command or this new operator as it were, does care and won't let you do it any further. And the next way we can do this is using the double pipe symbol, otherwise known as the logical OR operator. Right, so if again we create a directory and cd into it in pwd as we've been doing in the previous two examples, so make dir test _ directory 2, then the double pipe, for a better word, I call it double pipe, it's a good way of describing it, and then cd test directory. What will happen is that if there is an error in one of the commands, especially the first one, it will go into the second one, and if the second one's successful, it shouldn't work. So really we're looking to execute only the cd test directory 2, and there we go. It didn't go as far as the pwd, and that's what we wanted to do. Brilliant. So yes, using this, it can speed things up. You can combine things into a little script if you want, or keybind them, and it really will make things better and quicker, rather than typing out each command sequentially on a new line as we did in the first example. Anyway, hopefully you found this useful. If you did, then please drop a like, and if you watch one or two or more of my videos, then please consider subscribing, because I do this on a regular basis, 100% FreeBSD or FreeBSD derived operating systems, and I love it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.